This video is presented by EA Game Changers. Thank you, EA, for providing me a copy of the pack to review. This might be a long video, which honestly, it's very happy for me to say, because if there's a long video, then that means there's a lot of stuff to cover, which Sims 4 Law, never heard of her. But you know what? Just got acquainted with her, and I think I like her. I think she's here to stay. This is an entire history of, if you've never seen my entire history of series, basically I go really in depth in all of the lore, in all of the families and everything. From The Sims 1 to The Sims 4, we cover a lot of bases, and today I'm going to be doing the entire history of Mount Komarebi. I probably will mispronounce names. My accent is the first obstacle to pronouncing things correctly, so I might get things wrong down the line. There are improvements in the lore in this game, but the Sims have very obviously just been placed within this pack and there's been absolutely no gameplay. And this is more of a gentle criticism of these families, because I would like to see improvements here, even though there has been. I'd like to see more improvements because it would really add more depth to gameplay. But I do like the way that this is going. You know, we're going in the right directions, lads. We're going in the right directions. I think this pack might potentially include the most lore of any Sims pack in The Sims 4, perhaps. Apart from the Turner characters like the Pleasant. But I am making the executive decision to not count the Don Lothario and the Caliente family in this, because even though they were included in the Sims 4 base game, I just really don't think it's 100% legal to include an adult man in the same house as the teenage version of the girls that he ends up getting with. Logistically, I don't think that's legal, and I just want to know who thought that was a good idea. I just want to make a save file that focuses purely on law, and first of all, I'll fix that situation. Anyway, there's 3 families included in this pack, which upon reflection, because I've wrote a full entire essay on this, it's 2,500 words if anybody's curious. It's actually kind of small. We can travel very easily between worlds and have very different unique experiences just in one save file. But that also means that there is a limit on how many Sims we can have in each town. But I'm unsure how I feel about this, because I don't know if I prefer just having one big massive world like in The Sims 3 and being stuck there for your entire gameplay, or if I prefer one big world but with a smaller amount of people in it. I don't know how I feel about it, honestly. I'm very undecided, and I think I'd like to know your opinion as well on the topic, because 3 families in a pack, like, don't understand, bitch. The first family that we're going to focus on is the Akiyama family, which live in the Sembamachi part of town, the one known as the Thousand Leaves. Beautiful. The house is fucking huge by English standards, so take that with a pinch of salt, and they are quite well off. So for a little background, let's just delve into the family description with narration from moi. You're welcome. Akiyama's moved away from the hustle and bustle of the city to the quiet town where Kado was raised. The commute will be a sacrifice, but Jenna and Kado hope that the close-knit community and beautiful natural atmosphere of the region will be worth it. Kado was surprised at the recent news that his childhood sweetheart, Megami Aito, had also moved back to Mount Komarebi. He'd love nothing more to leave the past in the past, but the pieces of his broken teenage heart are still tender. Trouble in paradise, loves, I'm calling it. Real talk though, I'd be absolutely fucking fuming if I moved to a town where my husband was born and had all of his experiences, and he repaid me by still being upset about his teenage crush. In fact, I'd say, sort your fucking shit out sharpish, or I'm off hen and I'm taking the kids. You can see him as long as you pay child support. Lousy good for nothing sack of shite. A jest, of course, a jest, but seriously, this is some drama, loves, and I am big fat here for it. So let's learn about the Sims a little bit more, starting off with Jenna. Jenna is absolutely a stunning Sim. When I first saw her, I was kind of taken aback because she looks real, but without the uncanny aspect of real. Like, she just looks like someone that you'd actually be able to see just walking down the street generally, which is a nice change from the cartoony aspect of Sims released earlier in the game. And I'm looking at you, Windenburg, I'm looking at you, you're the main offender. She kind of makes fun of Diamond Hair Ginger. But apart from that, her aspiration is to be Mount Komarebi sightseer, which fits since she's new to town. Could never be me, because I straight up did not leave the house even before it was made illegal to. But go off, hen. She also loves the outdoors, she's active and a perfectionist, and is most happy when she's in a home neighbourhood, which means she also has the reward trait of chopstick savvy and charismatic crooner, which means she's mastered the vocal tones that help her get along better with co-workers, and this also impacts her singing ability, which I like this because I always talk about the cross compatibility of packs, and this trait reward being able to impact more than just the career Oh, sold. I am impressed with the depth. Speaking of which, she is a level 6 in the salary person career, which is a great change from The Sims 2 because I used to cover a lot of Sims 2 cases, and every single woman, her childhood would dream of being absolutely amazing and star footballer and everything, and then she gave everything up to be a housewife. So well done to the Sims team for realising that women are more than just baby makers. I mean, we are in 2020 now, so I'm not giving you a gold medal for being a decent human being, but it's progress, love, so maybe we can establish a working relationship. She has skills in cooking, fitness, parenting, rock climbing, snowboarding and video gaming, but absolutely no skill in anything relating to a job. If you want to get it promoted, you're going to have to work hard at it because the team completely overlooked this simple aspect. And shock horror, I'm going to spoil it, they overlooked this with pretty much every single sim included in this pack. Despite there only being 3 families in the world as well, she only knows the kids and husband. But she does actually have a good relationship with them, so you know, baby steps and all that. She has no lifestyles either, which is a new addition to the pack that I am a big fan of. But I think that adding these lifestyles to a character would have just really added depth, and it's such a simple thing to do because you can literally cheat them. And this also goes for every other sim included in the world too, despite the fact that they're supposed to have already lived here before you move for simming. They absolutely do not have any lifestyles. But she does have a good reputation. So then we move on to her husband, Kato, and he has the same aspiration but has completely none of it despite this being his hometown. He's outgoing, proper, adventurous, also chopstick savvy, and is also a charismatic crooner. He also prefers spending time in his own neighbourhood, so they're well matched in that front, so I don't know why he's still going after his teenage ex, but that's by the by. He's level below Jenna in the salary person career, which Jenna is basically his boss. I love that for women. And he's got skills in cooking, fishing, handiness, mischief, parenting, and rock climbing. Again, he has no skills relating to his career. He's got a much higher cooking skill than Jenna though, which maybe I may be jumping to conclusions here, I might, but you know what, just let me take that fucking jump, right? I'm a hypothetical jock and I'm doing the long jump. I think that this kind of hints towards him being the one that's more active in the domestic aspect of life.
Yes, he does the cooking, yes, he does the cleaning.
And if you're creative, you might say that Jenna being too busy at work means that he has more of a time to develop a relationship with his teenage crush. But let's not punish women for having careers in 2020, thank you, The Sims team. Speaking of which, Kato has the hurt sentiment towards Megami, and it's very awkward between them, and I quote, they drive each other crazy, but they also drive each other crazy. So Kato also has a good reputation, love that for him, and not for long though, hen, not for long. Do I hate men? No, I don't. Then we move on to the kids, Taku and Mickey, and according to their ages, they're twins, but I don't think that they actually are. Like, I don't think that this is included in the law. I think it's just in Create Sim, if you make 2 children at the same time, they're the same age, which is technically twins, you know, in the real life, if you pop 2 babies out at the same time, bip bap bada bap bap boop. So Taku is an artistic child and has art lover as his trait. He also has level 5 mental and creative skills and level 1 social skill, and bitch me to the fuck. Mickey is a social butterfly and a goofball, and also has level 5 skills in motor and social. And you know what I like about these kids? They're actually little bastards. So is pretty much everybody else in this town too. They're both C-grade students, but they both have a neutral reputation that is like bordering on negative, and all the character values teeter towards the negative side. It brings me so much joy to see kids being little shits, especially when it's in public. So now it seems fitting to move over to the Carver part of town, an apparent up and coming town, which it bloody must be because there's absolutely no one there at any given time. If you don't believe me, watch my town overview video, because Jesus Christ, it's like finding a needle in a haystack looking for someone in that town. The Ito family live here in an absolutely ginormous house that I'm guessing is built by Lil Simsy, but I'm not sure because I am doing a video rating the Game Changers houses and I've done no research because I want to go into it blind. But yeah, it's bloody huge and they're very obviously well off. So their family bio. Megumi Ito grew up in Senbamachi. A gold medalist skier, she aims to give her children the same upbringing, but memories of an old flame might drive at a distraction. Naoki Ito is a former medalist himself. A calculating businessman, his controversial vision of Mount Komorebi includes more tourism, more money, and modernisation. Nanami and Kyoshi have their parents' athletic talent, but their hearts lie elsewhere. Nanami just wants to be a kid, and Kyoshi is crushing on more than the slopes. Thank you. I'm really getting into this, honestly. It's all the drama, Meg. I just love it. I start off with the husband, Naoki. His aspiration is successful lineage, which he's actually completed 1 level of, so well done. Never been seen before with this pack. He's a senior manager, which is level 6 of the business career, and once again has no skills related to his career. His skills instead are level 7 fitness, level 1 flower arranging, video gaming and gardening, level 4 mischief, and level 9 skiing. His traits are family oriented, mean, materialistic, domestic, and chopstick savvy. There's a whole bunch that we should probably unpack there. You can get a pretty good judge of character on who he is, which with a lack of trait slots in The Sims 4. It's a concept, of course. He has a neutral reputation, which is teetering on bad, and is also a level 2 celebrity. I don't think that this is of his own accord. I think this is basically purely because he's married to a skiing star. He has a good relationship with his kids and wife, but dislikes Shigeru Nishidaka and has a grudge towards him based on the idea of modernising Mount Komorebi. I fucking love this. It's like the goth versus the land grabs all over again, and I love to see it. I'm here for it. Who will win? It's got to be the Nishidaka family, I'm sorry. Then we move on to Megami, and who is the star of Mount Komorebi. She's an extreme sports enthusiast because she's a gold medalist skier. But despite this, despite being famous for this, may I add, she has not completed any aspect of her aspiration. I'm getting really sick of you! And you'll know how I feel about that. She's ambitious, adventurous, proper, chopstick savvy, and also has a high metabolism because that's a trait, apparently. She's a senior manager, level 6 of the business career, and actually has skills relating to a job. What a concept. It's a first. She's level 1 in charisma, comedy, and parenting, level 4 in logic, level 7 in fitness, and level 10 in skiing. She's a good relationship with the kids and husband, actually, and Megami actually has a good relationship with Sachiko Nishidaki, who is married to Shigeru, Naoki's enemy. The plot thickens. We're good friends and are deeply connected, and the drama, Mick, the drama. But deeply connected is actually a sentiment that they've got, so they share a bond. They are close-knit. As I said earlier, she also has a heart sentiment towards Kado, and things are all good between them. She also will be a celebrity for skiing and has a great reputation, so honestly seems like she's a decent person overall. Now we move on to the son, Kayoshi, who is also an extreme sports enthusiast, a grade C student, and is adventurous, romantic, chopstick savvy, and also, the personality trait, high metabolism. He also has a level 1 skill in comedy, level 5 in fitness and guitar, and level 6 in snowboarding. He has a neutral reputation, teetering towards bad, and his character values are all leaning towards red. But Kayoshi is a romantic, and this plays into a little Romeo and Juliet situation that we have upon us here. He is lovebirds with Kaori Nishidaki, despite the fact his dad is enemies with Shigeru Nishidaki. Kayoshi and Kaori have the adoring sentiment, meaning they just want the best for each other and just think that each other is so wonderful and have shared a romantic moment together in the mountains. Just love, I love out like that. I will cry over Love Island each and every year. Anything gets these tears are flowing. It's not even a challenge to me, it's a fucking hobby. Then we have the youngest child, Nanami, who is a rambunctious scamp, grade C student with level 5 motor and social skills. And honestly, Nanami is actually a little shit. She's got the kleptomaniac trait, which I think is absolutely fucking hilarious. She is the main character of Mount Komorebi. I'm telling you, this girl is my idol. When I grow up, I want to be Nanami. She also has a new reputation, teetering on bad. And so do all the character values, apart from responsibility, which is in the green. Kind of ironic since she has a tendency to steal, but I'm not here to judge her, I'm just here to report on the facts. Finally, we move back over to the Senbamachi part of town to the Nishidaki family. They have a lovely house, honestly. I would pay very good money to stay in it. The roofing is my favourite aspect. This house, we have a deep connection. Never mind them two. Let me get my dramatic voice on again so I can read this out for you. Rumour says that the Nishidaki family are sacred guardians of Mount Komorebi. Indeed, Shigeru fumes over the Aito family's local development plans. Sachiko, however, feels warmly towards Megami due to an old friendship with the young woman's mum. Plus, she knows what's in her granddaughter's heart. Kaori moved to Mount Komorebi after losing her parents. She soon discovered two loves, the slopes and the son of her grandfather's sworn enemy. If she had one wish, she'd melt her grandfather's hardened heart. We'll start off with the grandmother, Sachiko Nishidaki. She wants to have a big, happy family, loves the outdoors, is proper, family-oriented, chopstick savvy and domestic, just an all-round citizen, top class. She's also level 5 in cooking, comedy and logic, level 4 in gourmet cooking, and a level 1 in video gaming. Love that for you, Nana. She's also deeply connected to the world-renowned skier Megami. Like, what do they talk about, you know what I mean? Like, do you think she slags... Because she can't slag off the husband to Megami. Because Megami, you know, you always tell, like, your other half the goss, don't you? So they can't slag off each other's husbands. Which, you know... So what do they talk about? Oh, the slopes were called today, weren't they? You're right, you know. You're right, Megami. It's hard being famous. Because, obviously, the husbands hate each other. I love that, though. Girl power, you know. Fuck men's drama. We're just here for laughs, you know what I mean? I just want to be me. So now we move over the husband, Shigeru. He wants a successful lineage, is hot-headed, which fits considering, you know, the male drama. He's adventurous, family-oriented, domestic, and chopstick savvy with a neutral reputation. He's an alright man. He's level 7 fishing, level 6 mixology. The man loves a drink and I can't fault him for that. And level 5 cooking, gardening and mischief. As I said earlier, he does have that festering grudge, that feckin' grudge towards Naokio, but also has a great relationship with his family. In my game, right, he also has a very good relationship with Clara Bjergsen. Can't fucking pronounce that name if I tried. And I did try. From Windenburg. Like, why? I mean, okay, I won't question it. Like, you know, you can be friends. I'm not here to gatekeep who you can and can't talk to, but it was just, but it was like good friends. It's not even like, you know, acquaintances, like they've bumped into each other on the street. They're actual friends, but okay. And then finally we have their granddaughter, which is Kaori. She's also an extreme sports enthusiast, which apparently every fucking person in this town is like, Jesus Christ. I am sensing a huge theme here. She's adventurous, cheerful, chopstick savvy, and has a high metabolism, which is also a very common trait, as well as a neutral reputation. She's a grade C student with level 7 snowboarding skill, level 5 fitness and comedy skill, and level 4 fishing. So she also, like I said, has a romantic relationship with the son of her grandfather's enemy. But her life in this world goes much deeper than romance, which honestly, in some aspects, is a first in the Sims franchise, because we know how the Sims 2 felt about women, you know? They were either stay-at-home mums or abducted or being framed for the husband's death. That was the vibe of women in the Sims 2. That was their only value. But you know, we've grown. She's only in Mount Komorebi because her parents died, which is a travesty. So she has to live with the grandparents. But she does have a really good relationship with them though, which is good. I had separation anxiety as a child, so I fucking hated staying at anybody's houses. Although, a critique that I have of this, I'm not critiquing someone because the parents passed away. Like, obviously that's not something that you can help, and I'm not saying, well, you know, it just shouldn't have happened, love. She couldn't help that. But my critique comes from the fact that the parents literally don't appear on the family tree. Like, the thing is, they come up, but they just come up as like the anonymous Facebook like face, right? So you can't see what they look like, you can't see if she looks like, you know, either one of her parents, you can't see if she's got any of the traits or anything like that. And it's only one, like it doesn't come up with two people. It's just straight up an anonymous avatar, which for me would have been perfect if, like, you know, this Barbie got landed on the doorstep and they don't know who the dad is or who the mum is or anything. That could have been good. But are you telling me that they couldn't have just had them appear as ghosts in the family? It's weird. It's bizarre. She could have been haunted by him, and then that would have led into the Happy Haunts pack, which I really would like to request. So if the Sims team watching this, the Happy Haunts pack, make it a reality, please, love, thank you. And then I can tie all these loose threads together for you. Hire me. So yeah, missed opportunity there. Also, it's weird, right, that there's only 3 families in this world, and yeah, they are all connected in some way, shape or form, but they don't all know each other, which is fucking odd. Like those 2 lasses that are best mates, right, they've never met each other's husbands. Oh, logistically, I am struggling to see. She doesn't even know a lass who she's deeply connected to. She doesn't even know their kids. And the husbands hate each other, so it's not like they haven't met. Do you know what I mean? It's bizarre. But I do like the deepness of the lore, and it's a refreshing change, I must say, especially with this whole sentiments and lifestyles update to the game. That is completely changing the game. I have a lot of content to record over the next couple of days. I have plans. I've got this entire history of. I've got judging Game Changers builds. I've got a build. I've also got, I might be pretending that Raniel Taniel proposes to me in Mount Komorebi, which is the closest thing to a Let's Play that you'll be getting off me. But I just actually want to just sit and play with the game and like just play for fun instead of just recording content, which is like not the best mindset to have right now because I've got a lot of work to do. But what a good sign. Do you know what I mean? Like the fact that the lifestyles and sentiments and like the addition of lore, because I am a whore for lore. The link for this is in the description if anyone would like it. Yeah, thanks to the Sims team for listening to my requests. I am a whore for lore and I continue to be a whore for lore. Lore is my kink. Maybe that one will get edited out. So please, to the Sims team, please carry this trend on. I love to see it. I'm not creative enough to start my own drama within these worlds. I'm honestly not. I just kind of take what's given to me. I can't take what's given to me if there's out there. Do you know what I mean? It's like saying, oh, what you fancy for take? Don't know. Here's something, and then just giving me air. Like, what do you want me to do? Bippity boppity fucking boom a burger in front of me face. Can't do that, Henny. I'm vegan. Right. I'm talking shit now. It's talking shit. So that is everything that I have to you today. Thanks to a year for providing me with a copy of this pack early. I've loved doing this entire history of. I love the law. I love the law. If you've got any other entire history of that you want me to do as well, leave a comment down below, whether it's like food or someone said Simlish the other day, which could be fun, or any kind of family. It doesn't have to be from The Sims 4. It can be from, you know, anything. Let me know, and I love you all the world. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, beach.